By the end of this video, you'll have witnessed over 5,000 years of transportation evolution. Every invention, every breakthrough, every revolution that put humanity on wheels. We're covering the complete history of vehicles from primitive logs to autonomous vehicles of today. Using cutting-edge technology and historical research, we'll show you how each innovation transformed the way we move. This is the complete story of human transportation. Our story begins in prehistoric times. Early humans discovered that heavy objects could be moved by placing them on rolling logs. This simple observation would change everything. Multiple logs were placed under loads, creating the first primitive transport system. Though crude, this method reduced friction and allowed civilizations to move massive stones for construction. The principle behind these rolling logs would inspire the greatest invention in transport history. Building on the rolling log concept, ancient peoples created the sledge. Flat platforms were dragged across snow, sand, or grass, often pulled by humans or early domesticated animals. Evidence from Mesopotamia shows sledges transporting goods across desert terrain. The sledge was humanity's first purpose-built vehicle, though it still lacked the crucial component that would revolutionize everything. Then came the breakthrough. In ancient Mesopotamia, someone attached two wheels to an axle, creating the first wheeled vehicle. These early wheels were solid wooden discs, heavy and crude, but revolutionary. Suddenly, a single ox could pull what previously required dozens of men. This invention spread rapidly across civilizations, appearing independently in Europe and Asia. The wheel would become humanity's most important mechanical invention. The Romans perfected the two-wheeled design for speed and warfare. The chariot or biga featured spoked wheels that were lighter and faster than solid designs. Charioteers became celebrities, racing in massive arenas like the Circus Maximus, which held 25,000 spectators. These vehicles could reach speeds of 40 miles per hour. Roman engineering also created extensive road networks, understanding that vehicles were only as good as the roads they traveled on. For comfort and cargo, Romans developed four-wheeled carriages for nobility and trade. These caruca featured covered tops and could carry multiple passengers. The four-wheel design offered stability that two-wheelers couldn't match. However, without suspension, rides were brutally uncomfortable. Roman Emperor Claudius reportedly suffered from motion sickness due to the constant jolting. Still, the four-wheeled carriage established a template that would last for centuries. During the Middle Ages, simple wooden carts dominated European roads. These workhorses of medieval economy transported everything from grain to goods. Built entirely of wood with iron-rimmed wheels, they were pulled by oxen or horses. A typical peasant cart could carry about 1,000 pounds. Though basic, these vehicles were essential to feudal agriculture and trade. Their design remained virtually unchanged for 500 years. The Renaissance brought luxury to travel. The first true coaches appeared in Hungary in the 1550s, named after the village of Kocz. These featured revolutionary suspended bodies hanging from leather straps attached to the frame. For the first time in history, passengers could travel without feeling every bump. Queen Elizabeth I of England received her first coach in 1564, calling it the most comfortable journey of her life. The coach became a status symbol across Europe. Before, coaches dominated nobility, often traveled by litter carried by servants or horses. These enclosed boxes suspended between poles allowed travel through narrow medieval streets where wheeled vehicles couldn't pass. Chinese emperors used elaborate litters called jiaozi with silk curtains and cushioned seats. Though comfortable litters required multiple bearers and symbolized extreme wealth. They gradually disappeared as roads improved and coaches became more sophisticated. Engineers refined suspension systems throughout the 1600s. Leather straps were replaced by more sophisticated arrangements of chains and steel springs. These carriages featured improved steering mechanisms and better weight distribution. The Hungarian-style suspension became standard across Europe. Traveling speeds increased to about 8 miles per hour on good roads. However, journeys remained exhausting, with coaches often breaking down or getting stuck in mud. In colonial America, German settlers developed the Conestoga wagon in Pennsylvania. These massive vehicles featured curved floors to prevent cargo from shifting and distinctive curved bonnets for weather protection. Pulled by teams of 6 horses, they could carry up to 8 tons. Conestogas became the ships of inland commerce essential to westward expansion. Their iconic white canvas covers inspired the legendary covered wagons of the American frontier. The age of mechanical power began with French inventor Nicolas Joseph Cugnot. In 1770, he built the first self-propelled vehicle, a massive 3-wheeled steam carriage designed to pull artillery. The front wheel steered, while a huge copper boiler drove the machine at 25 miles per hour. During a demonstration, Cugnot famously crashed into a wall, making it also the first automobile accident in history. Though impractical, it proved that vehicles could move without horses. Throughout the 1800s, inventors experimented with steam power. In 1881, French manufacturer Michaud built a steam-powered tricycle capable of carrying 2 passengers. It featured a small boiler mounted behind the seat and reached speeds of 10 miles per hour. Though innovative steam vehicles faced constant problems, they required 45 minutes to build up steam pressure, needed frequent water refills, and risked explosions. Still, they proved self-propelled vehicles were feasible. Everything changed on January 29, 1886. German engineer Carl Benz unveiled the patent Motorwagen, the world's first purpose-built automobile, with an internal combustion engine. This 3-wheeled vehicle featured a single-cylinder 4-stroke engine, producing less than 1 horsepower. It could reach 10 miles per hour. In August 1888, Benz's wife Bertha made the first long-distance automobile trip, driving 66 miles to visit her mother. She invented brake pads along the way when the original brakes wore out. This journey proved the automobile's practicality. German rival Gottlieb Daimler took a different approach. Instead of designing a car from scratch, he motorized an existing horse carriage in 1886, then built his purpose-designed Stahlradwagen in 1889. This 4-wheeled vehicle featured a more powerful V-twin engine and resembled a traditional carriage, making it less frightening to the public. Daimler's vehicles could reach 11 miles per hour. His engines would eventually power vehicles worldwide, and his company would become Mercedes-Benz. Despite mechanical innovations, horses still dominated. In 1900, there were over 1,000 horses in New York City alone, pulling carriages, delivery wagons, and streetcars. Cities were designed around horse transport, with stables, blacksmiths, and feed stores everywhere. However, horses created massive problems. Each produced 50 pounds of manure daily, and 1,000 horses died annually in NYC streets alone. The Great Horse Manure Crisis made cities desperate for alternatives. The automobile would soon provide the solution. On October 1, 1908, Henry Ford introduced the Model T, the car that put America on wheels. Using revolutionary assembly line production, Ford dropped the price from $850 to just $260 by 1925. The Model T was simple, reliable, and could handle terrible American roads. Ford famously said customers could have any color they want as long as it's black. Black paint dried fastest. Over 15 million were sold between 1908 and 1927, making it the most popular car in history until that time. The Model T transformed cars from luxury items into necessities. While Ford targeted the masses, Rolls-Royce pursued perfection. The 1907 Silver Ghost earned the title the best car in the world. It featured a silky smooth 6-cylinder engine so quiet that at idle the loudest sound was the ticking clock on the dashboard. One Silver Ghost drove 15,000 miles continuously without breakdown, a record that stunned the automotive world. Priced at $10,000, 40 times a Model T, it established Rolls-Royce as the ultimate luxury brand. Many Silver Ghosts still run today, testament to their engineering excellence. Italian-born Ettore Bugatti believed cars should be rolling art. His 1910 Type 13, nicknamed Brescia, after dominating the 1921 Italian race, combined lightweight construction with a revolutionary overhead cam engine. Weighing just 660 pounds, it could reach 65 miles per hour, astonishing for its era. Bugatti insisted every component be beautiful as well as functional. His cars won over 1,000 races in the 1920s. The Type 13 established Bugatti as the most prestigious racing brand in the world. During these years, cars competed directly with horses. Early automobiles faced skepticism. They broke down constantly terrified horses and required special fuel not available everywhere. Many cities restricted or banned automobiles entirely. New York required car owners to announce their presence with a gong. However, cars improved rapidly while horse problems persisted. By 1915, Ford produced more Model Ts in a day than existed total cars a decade earlier. The automobile's victory was becoming inevitable. Commercial transport transformed alongside personal vehicles. The first purpose-built trucks appeared around 1910, with companies like Mack and International Harvester leading innovation. These trucks could carry 1 to 2 tons and travel 15 miles per hour. World War I accelerated development. Armies needed reliable logistics. Trucks proved they could go anywhere horses could carry more and travel faster. After the war, trucks rapidly replaced horse-drawn delivery wagons. The trucking industry was born, changing commerce forever. The 1920s brought unprecedented prosperity and automotive innovation. Chevrolet's Superior series, launched in 1923, challenged Ford's dominance by offering more style and features at competitive prices. It featured electric starter, no more dangerous hand cranking, and enclosed cabin as standard. Available in multiple colors, unlike the all-black Model T, it appealed to buyers wanting personality. By 1927, Chevrolet outsold Ford for the first time. The car market was becoming about desire, not just transportation. At the opposite extreme, Cadillac's V16 represented Depression-era excess. Launched in 1930 as the economy collapsed, this ultra-luxury car featured a massive 16-cylinder engine, producing 165 horsepower. Only 4,000 were built through 1940, each costing $5,000 to $15,000, when average American annual income was $1,300. Buyers included Al Capone and European royalty. The V16 was engineering bragging rights made metal, proving American automakers could match any European luxury brand. It remains one of history's most collectible cars. Chrysler's 1934 Airflow was revolutionary, but commercially disastrous. It featured streamlined aerodynamic design based on wind tunnel testing, a first for production cars. The body was built around a steel cage for safety, decades ahead of its time. It offered unprecedented interior space and comfort. However, the public found it ugly, and initial quality problems damaged its reputation. Only 55,000 sold before cancellation in 1937. Yet the Airflow influenced every car that followed. Its engineering principles became industry standard. Sometimes being first means commercial failure, but historical triumph. Adolf Hitler commissioned Ferdinand Porsche to design a people's car, Volkswagen in German. The result was the Beetle, featuring a rear-mounted air-cooled engine, rounded aerodynamic body, and unprecedented reliability. Though few were produced before World War II, the Beetle would become history's longest-running and most produced car design. Over 5 million were built through 2003. Its simple, honest engineering made it beloved worldwide. The Beetle proved great design was timeless. World War II demanded a light reconnaissance vehicle. Willys Overland's 1941 design, simply called Jeep, became legendary. Weighing just 2,300 pounds but carrying 800 pounds of cargo, it could traverse any terrain. Over 600,000 were built during the war. General Eisenhower called it one of America's 3 decisive weapons, alongside the Dakota aircraft and atomic bomb. After the war surplus, Jeeps spread worldwide, inspiring civilian versions. The Jeep established an entirely new vehicle category, the sport utility vehicle. The 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air epitomized 1950s American optimism. Chrome-trimmed dramatic tail fins and powerful V8 engines defined an era of excess and confidence. The Bel Air could accelerate from 0 to 60 mph in under 10 seconds, thrilling for the time. Over 5 million Chevys were sold in 1957. These cars were rolling sculptures prioritizing style as much as function. Today, the 57 Bel Air is among the most iconic American cars ever built, regularly fetching 6 figures at auctions. The 1963 Porsche 911, with its distinctive rear-engine layout and iconic shape, has remained fundamentally unchanged for over 60 years. Early models produced 130 horsepower, modern versions exceed 500. Yet the silhouette remains unmistakable. The 911 has won countless races from Le Mans to the Dakar Rally. It's the only sports car continuously produced for over 6 decades. Automotive journalists consistently rank it among the world's greatest cars. The 911 proved evolution beats revolution. On April 17, 1964, Ford unveiled the Mustang at the New York World's Fair. This pony car combined sporty styling with affordability, starting at just $2,368. The Mustang sparked hysteria, 22,000 sold on day one and over 4,000 in the first year, a record that still stands. It created an entirely new market segment, inspiring competitors like the Chevrolet Camaro. The Mustang made performance cars accessible to average buyers. It remains in production today, one of automotive history's longest-running nameplates. While exotic cars grab headlines, the Toyota Corolla changed the world. Launched in 1966, this simple, reliable, affordable sedan became the best-selling car in history. Over 50 million have been sold across 12 generations, more than any other nameplate. The Corolla made car ownership accessible globally, particularly in developing nations. It pioneered quality control methods that embarrassed Western manufacturers. The Corolla isn't exciting, but it's exactly what billions of people need: reliable transportation. Its success fundamentally shifted global automotive power to Japan. While Americans built bigger, Europeans built smarter. The 1968 BMW 2002 defined the sports sedan category. Weighing just 2,100 pounds with a peppy 100 horsepower engine, it offered thrilling handling in a practical package. Motor Trend called it the car that launched BMW in America. The 2002 proved luxury didn't require size, and performance didn't require impracticality. It established BMW's reputation for ultimate driving machines and inspired every compact luxury car since. Over 860,000 were sold through 1976. The 1973 oil crisis changed everything. When gas prices quadrupled, Americans suddenly wanted fuel efficiency. Honda's tiny Civic, launched in 1972, was perfectly timed. Getting 40 miles per gallon versus the American average of 13, it became an instant hit. The Civic offered Japanese reliability and build quality that shocked American manufacturers. It sparked Japan's automotive invasion. By 1980, Japanese brands held 20% of the US market. The Civic remains Honda's bestseller, with over 27 million sold across 11 generations. Some designs are perfect from birth. The Toyota Prius, launched in Japan in 1997 and globally in 2004, pioneered hybrid technology for the masses. Combining gasoline and electric power, it achieved 50 miles per gallon double conventional cars. Hollywood celebrities made it a status symbol. Leonardo DiCaprio famously drove one to the Oscars. Over 6 million have been sold worldwide. The Prius proved environmental consciousness and practicality could coexist. Though mocked by some, it established hybrids as a legitimate alternative and paved the way for pure electric vehicles. The 2000s saw sport utility vehicles dominate sales. Vehicles like the Range Rover Audi Q7 and Cadillac Escalade combined truck capability with luxury car comfort. By 2010, SUVs represented over half of US vehicle sales. They offered commanding driving position, perceived safety, and versatile space. Critics attacked their fuel consumption and environmental impact, yet consumers loved them. Even luxury brands like Bentley and Lamborghini entered the SUV market. The sedan's century of dominance was ending. On June 22, 2012, Tesla delivered its first Model S, fundamentally challenging automotive orthodoxy. This all-electric luxury sedan could travel 265 miles per charge and accelerate from 0 to 60 mph in 4 seconds faster than most sports cars. With over-the-air software updates, it improved after purchase. Unprecedented for cars. The Model S proved electric vehicles could be desirable, not just practical. It forced every automaker to accelerate electric development. Consumer Reports called it the best car we've ever tested. Tesla's success changed the industry's future. Google's self-driving car project, later Waymo, launched in 2009 to develop fully autonomous vehicles. Using radar cameras and sophisticated AI, these cars navigate without human input. By 2024, Waymo operates commercial robotaxi services in San Francisco and Phoenix. completing over 100,000 paid rides weekly. The technology promises to eliminate the 40,000 annual US traffic deaths caused by human error. However, ethical questions remain. How should AI handle unavoidable accidents? Autonomous vehicles represent transportation's next revolution. By the 2020s, electric vehicles went mainstream. Chinese manufacturer BYD became the world's largest EV producer, selling over 3 million annually. Affordable models like the Renault Zoe made electric ownership accessible to average buyers. Nearly every manufacturer committed to electric futures, Volvo, GM, and Mercedes-Benz announced plans to go fully electric by 2030 to 2035. Charging infrastructure expanded globally. And there you have it, the complete evolution of human transportation, from rolling logs 10,000 years ago to the autonomous vehicles of today. Over 5,000 years of innovation, spanning from 2-mile-per-hour ox carts to 700-mile-per-hour hyperloops. We've witnessed the wheel's invention, the internal combustion engines rise and fall, and the electric future taking shape before our eyes. If you enjoyed this journey through automotive history, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment about what theme you'd like to see next. What do you want to watch here? Thanks for watching.